Welcome to day 95 of the school year. Getting close to our 100th day of school. Okay, let's go ahead and get down our beginning fraction. We have 180 school days, so that's our denominator, and we're on day 95. Is 95 prime or composite? Well, it ends in a 5, so it's divisible by 5. 5 is a factor. That means we have more than two factors. We have 1, 5, and 95. So when we have more than two factors, it is composite. So that means we are going to do the prime factorization of both our denominator and our numerator. We can use our first 5 prime to help us out. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. 180 is even, so I could take half of that. I get 90. I can divide that by 3. I get 30. I can divide that by 5. I get 6. Divide by 3. I get 2. 95, since it does end in a 5, I can divide by 5. I can get 10 groups of 5 out of 90. That leaves 45. That's 19. 19 is prime, so we are done. Let's go ahead and start prime factorization from least to greatest. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5, and 5 times 19. Okay, what we have in common is a 5. So we're left with 19 in the numerator. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, times 3 is 36, so 1936. So our greatest common factor is 5, so that means we need to make groups of 5. Your groups do not have to look like mine, but they do need to have 5 in each group. We do need to keep our shaded separated from our unshaded. As you're making groups here, hopefully you're using different types of mathematical reasoning, like knowing that each row has 10, you can cut it in half and get 5. If that doesn't make sense, counting does always work. Okay, so the way I made my groups, I have 2 in each row, so I can count by 2s to find my total amounts of groups. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. So how many are shaded in? So we've done our division with our model. Let's go ahead and prove it with our algorithm. We can divide each one by our greatest common factor of 5. We're going to divide our denominator by groups of 5 and our numerator. $20 nickels makes 100 cents. Numbers the same, zeros a game, more on top, no need to stop. Let's see, 10 times 5 is 50. Numbers the same, zeros a game, more on top, no need to stop. And then 6 times 5 is 30. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add these partial quotients. 20 plus 10 is 30, plus 6 is 36. Here, 10 times 5 is 50. More on top, no need to stop. More on top, no need to stop. 5 times 5 is 25. Numbers the same, zeros a game. More on top, no need to stop. And 4 times 5 is 20. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 4 more is 19. Now we need to check. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, We don't need to take the time to add 0. 5 groups of 6 is 30. 5 groups of 3 tenths is 15 tenths, plus 3 more is 18 tenths. 5 groups of 9 is 45. 5 groups of 10 is 5 tenths, plus 4 more is 9 tenths. 95 matches our dividend, check. 180 matches our dividend, check. So our numerator is definitely 19. And our denominator is definitely 36. Let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Okay, trimester 2, week 8. Today is 1/22/2020. And our fraction for today is 1936. All right, let's go ahead and get out our number line. We did groups of 5. So our last one was 1836. So let's go ahead and get down. That was the halfway mark. And then today is 1936. Now be careful, if you have a line on this page and a line on this page, those are the same lines. We need to go to the next one over. And it should be lined up with 95/180ths. If it is not, you may have put it on the wrong one. But this is why you do it in pencil. I would rather do it in pencil, but you can't see it as well in the video then. Alright, let's go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.